So that's it. It's all over.
All
I've
done.
been destroyed.
Took down to the very wire. Down to the very wire. Last round of shooting.
Where was Darth? Where the heck?
Well, this is canonical, right? Darth is technically dead at this point. Otherwise, he would have been flying that high advanced.
Good point. Darth is dead.
Darth is dead. Well, or is no? He's dead. He's dead. Yeah, he's dead.
He's dead unless he's been cloned.
Let's not go there. I've been on the internet too much recently. Let's not go there.
Yes, that brings to a close our day of gaming on Endor with X-Wing.
Heyday.
It has been a whole day of gaming. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You rebel scum.
I've lost 3/4 of my ships though.
Yeah, let's hear your losses.
Okay, so Red Squadron has gone. They're just dead.
Yep.
Just wiped off the field.
That's the X-Wings?
That's the X-Wings. He finally took out my last X-Wing on turn 6, just blew it out. I think it was eventually the AT-AT took it out.
He's down here. Come on. Let's get a shot on
this.
There he is. He's dead.
It was a valiant effort, and they flew right through the battle, but then at the very end, just gone, right?
Splat!
The glorious Golden Bricks, Gold Squadron.
There's only one of them left.
No, they're gone. Gold Squadron are dead.
Oh, I thought, yes, Gold Squadron are dead. Look, wiped out. Off the board.
Turn 6, the final 2 Gold Squadron Y-Wings just blown out of the sky, but they got that crucial last hit on and took out the shield generator. My glorious Golden Bricks just finally got it and then blown out of the sky. Combination of ATSTs, which were really effective, actually.
And AT-AT's back here. Look at the shooting that got. It got a couple of exploding crits this turn.
Exploding crits. It reduced one of them down, by a lot. It took off 4 hull in one.
Yeah, it was here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.
And evaded one, but didn't matter. Just blew it out of the sky.
Just blew it out.
And then the ATSTs actually did a good bit of damage too.
If you ignore the ATSTs, they will shoot at you. They're like little nippers.
Yeah, close enough. Those things are rolling 3 red dice, and they can just spin on the spot 90 degrees.
Yeah,
and that was very scary.
if you use your target lock, you get to re-roll.
Exactly. Oh, terrifying. Then down to Green Squadron. So Green Squadron, Jake is the only member of Green Squadron left alive. Look at the number of evades he pulled off.
Damn you, Jake, and your flipping A-Wing. That sums up an A-Wing.
Yeah, I love A-Wings. A-Wings really good. I didn't use them effectively in this battle at all. I sent 2 round here and 1 round there. I said I should have just sent them all through this gap and just hit those TIE fighters head on. That's what A-Wings are supposed to do. But oh no, Jake came all the way up and round here and swung around. And yeah, he's been... Do
you want to slow down there? Because I can see the cameraman trying to keep track of what you're doing.
So he came all the way up here, swung around there, and finally got shots off at the back with his outmaneuverability on the rear. I didn't think he even managed to take anything out. He just did damage to things. But yeah.
He was a pest.
He was a pest, which is what he's kind of supposed to do. And then Grey Squadron, last one's the guys who fired off. So Horton Slam, who was the leader, Pascal 8, finally went down.
Wait do you hear this? Wait do you hear how battered these guys are?
He was down to 1 hull point left as we went into turn 6.
This guy?
Yep.
And then, what did I do? I blew him out of the sky in retaliation for destroying my shield generator.
Gone. The other members of Grey Squadron, so number 18, he's had all 3 of his shields gone and 1 of his hull gone. So number 18 is back here.
So he actually has quite a few hull points, does he?
Yeah, they've got 5 hull. Again, Y-Wings are flying bricks, put it that way.
And what about the other Y-Wing?
He's intact.
No!
He's intact. He could quite happily go and take more shots. But the thing is, Lloyd, you still have so much stuff on the board here.
Yes, but I'm dead. The shield generator has been destroyed.
So open space, the Rebel Armada is coming now just to level this thing from orbit.
Yes, I'm basically climbing into this shuttle now and going, I'm getting the heck out of Dodge.
The Imperial Base Commander's fleeing as fast as he can in that shuttle. But yeah, that was a good game though. Came right down to the wire. Came right down.
Do you think we need to do any tweaks? Or you think the balance is about right now?
I think I'm pretty confident it worked out well. You weren't convinced at the start that the turrets were doing what they were supposed to do. You thought they were far too weak.
I still think the fact that there's 2 dead turrets and there wasn't a lot of dead stuff means that you got through and were able to batter the shield generator and still have 2 X-Wing or 2 Y-Wings left over who still have 2 rounds of torpedoes each.
They've got regular torpedoes, so they could get a bit closer. And you still have the AT-ATs.
If you guys are trying it at home, in the end we had hull strength 6 for the turbo lasers.
4, we upped them to 5, they're now at 6. I think 6 is about right though. 6
is about right?
6 is about right.
You still got past them though and destroyed me.
I did, yeah. Well, it's because they can't shoot when you're in range 1 or 2. Do you remember the start of the game when Hobby Gilban just boosted up so close? He was suddenly out
Yeah.
inside range and opened up with his proton torpedoes.
I suppose it's the luck of the draw, though. Some of these rolls could have gone different ways, and the
Definitely.
result would be different. So it is quite well balanced.
Yeah.
If you guys have opinions on that at home, drop them in the comments. Let us know. But we're thinking it's pretty good at the minute, balance wise.
Need to write it up and publish it. That's the
Yes,
next job.
we need to write up and publish it. So I'm not sure when the final rules will be coming out, because we want to write up all the changes stuff we've done today, and we probably want to make them look real nice.
Put it out.
So if it's not this week, it's probably not next week, but it might be the week after that. And I will let you know in a weekend or as soon as they are out for everyone to download the most up to date set of Endor X-Wing rules.
It's a fun one to play though. If you've got enough terrain at home to do this, and you've got enough ships. If you've got enough ships to do this, and I know some X-Wing guys who do, this is a fun one to play, but set aside a while for it.
We've been at this for 6 hours or something like that.
We didn't use criticals.
To be fair, it's a bit slower down. It slows us down the fact that we're live blogging.
Yeah, that's true.
Because we're making videos and we're running and out and putting the videos up all day. If you're playing this without doing all of the live blogging and taking the photos and processing it and all that sort of stuff, I think you could play through this in 3 hours.
Yeah, you could in 3 hours if you ignore crits, because crits would just complicate this.
Yeah, I still think we should ignore crits. So what we're talking about is, in X-Wing, you roll 2 types of damage. One's a regular sort of hit, and one's a critical hit. And when you get a critical hit, you take a damage card and you turn it face up and you read what the damage to your ship is.
Yeah, and it can, like, for example, console fires mean you can't target things, or your pilot is blinded so he can't take shots, or all these different things. And keeping track of that with like the number of ships that we have on the board.
Sometimes it's something really simple like roll another damage dice to see if you take more damage.
Or this hit does 2 damage.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's just something that trying to keep track of during the game would be a nightmare.
So we just dropped it.
Yeah,
Plus, the deck doesn't really work for the likes of AT-ATs and ATSTs. So we just abandoned it. We didn't need anything more bookkeeping.
No, we didn't.
As it is.
Dice, for God's sake.
We basically had our 2 army lists printed out.
These were a lifesaver.
That's
all the upgrades and everything listed as well, so you don't have to refer to cards in this case.
That was the way to go. It really good. Right, I'm going to wrap it at that. Thanks very much for joining in today. If you've enjoyed it, let us know in the comments below. Like I've said, if you've got things that you think we should change, put them in the comments below.
Because Warren is talking about doing something on the city board with X-Wing, which I think is mad, but...
No, city board!
A city board for Coruscant or another city?
Oh, we'll be at it for another 8 hours. Right, guys, have a nice evening. Thanks for watching.